Welcome in. It is the Thursday edition with your boy, the Big Nasty, and the podcast, as you know. Thanks for being here with us. We're brought to you by Whataburger, as always, and we will be rocking the house here on Thursday night up in Kilgore at Driller Park. We got playoff baseball for you over on Q1077. I hope you will be able to tune us in for that. Once again, welcome in. It's the Thursday podcast here on May 22nd, 2014. Brought to you, as always, by Whataburger. And boy, Thursday night brings playoff baseball. The number one team in the state taking on number 8. Harleton, number 8, the number 1 Douglas Indians, 27-1 on the year. We'll be trying to make it to the regional finals, and that'll be Thursday night at 6 o'clock. I'll have the full broadcast for you over on Q1077, so please be sure and tune in for all of that. We're going to have some good stuff there. Game 2 of that series will be tomorrow night up in Kilgore as well at 5 o'clock. And if they need a third and decisive winner-take-all, it will be tomorrow night as well, 30 minutes after the first one. So big stuff going on around the area. To Friday night, the other regional final, semifinal here in 1A baseball for Region 3 pits number 2 Evadale against number 4 Price Carlisle, the defending state champions. They'll have a one-game series, and that'll take place Friday night right here in Lufkin at Morris Frank Park. Should be some good stuff there. Of course, when you go to the 2A ranks, Central Heights still rolling along. They'll play Salado. That'll be starting tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday if they need it over in Franklin, Texas. Not a too far drive from over here this way. Garrison out of that same district taking on Troy. They'll start their regional semifinal matchup tomorrow night, and that'll be against over at A&M Consolidated against Troy. They'll play tomorrow night at 7, Saturday at 4 o'clock for the game 2, and if they need a third one, it'll be 30 minutes after that one. Now, in the 4A ranks, pretty much everybody here has already been shown the door. 3A as well, Caldwell, Diboll, and Hudson all already bound out of the state playoffs. In the 5A ranks, Atascocita, ranked 11 in the latest 5A poll, will take on Rockwall Heath, who's the number 3 team in the state. So Atascocita out of 13-5A, they'll have their hands full. So will Klein Collins. They'll be playing Plano tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday if they need it. Both of those teams out of 13-5A still alive, Atascocita and Klein Collins. Softball, Harleton, they're still rolling in baseball. They're still rolling in softball as well. Harleton will take on the Sandiettes of Grapeland tomorrow night in a one-game winner-take-all series. The winner goes to state. That is correct. Friday at 6:30 over in Lindale. Pretty good drive there for the Sandiettes. We'll sure be wishing them the best of luck. And the number 1 team in the state, Woods, the Woodlands, takes on Rockwall tonight for the Region 2 5A championship. The winner advances on to the state championship, which will start next week down in Austin. So, man, we're getting close. And, again, Douglas tonight, Thursday night, first pitch, 6 o'clock, and I will have the coverage for you over on Q1077 and streaming live on Q1077.com. Of course, this is our podcast for the KSFA 860 AM, KSFA 860.com podcast here with your boy Big Nasty. And Wednesday night, like we told you, we're rolling with the Spurs. I think that Oklahoma City is in trouble. And you might say, well, Nasty, one person's going to make that big of a difference. It's confidence, okay? And right now, confidence is gone from Oklahoma City. And last night, and I knew you know the stats bad, but you just don't know exactly what it is. Special thanks to ESPNinfo.com. The Thunder this year are 15-19 when Bryant Westbrook shoots 20 shots or more. 15-19. When he shoots 19 shots or fewer, they're 19-7. I mean, you would think the man would get it. And how many did he fire up last night? 24. Only made 7. And now, again, was that the reason they lost? No. They shot a combined 39%, 2 of 20 from three-point land, 2 of 20. Only made 10 free throws, only got to shoot 10 free throws, and missed half of those. Kendrick Perkins playing 15 minutes, turning it over 4 times. Derek Fisher playing 20 minutes, turning it over 4 times. They are just out of their they're gone. I think it's over. And the Spurs, romp 112-77. That ties the lowest ever output offensively for a Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team, the 77 they put up against the Lakers a few years back. They couldn't get anything going. Cephalosha only plays 10 minutes. Perkins 15. Durant only 29. Westbrook only 29 because they didn't even play the fourth quarter. There was no sense in it. No sense in it at all. And this was a game. This was a game with about 9 minutes to go before the half. It's 36-33. Oklahoma City leading it. 36-33. And then for the rest of the 8.5 minutes of the second quarter and half of the third quarter, the Spurs go on a 43-14 run. 43-14. And in that run, 3-pointers. The Spurs, 5 of 9. Oklahoma City, 0 of 8. Free throws. The Spurs, 8 of 8. Oklahoma City, 0 for 2. Assists, 9-1 Spurs. What does that mean? The Spurs were waiting, moving the ball around, and nobody was shooting until they got the open shot. And when they got the open shot, it was nothing but buckets. Danny Green was on fire, hit 4 threes in the first quarter, ended up 7 of 10 from three-point land, ties that record. 21 points, all 21 coming from those three-point shots. Tony Parker goes 22 points. You look at Tiago Splatter, 10 and 10. He gets it done. Duncan only plays 25 minutes, only shoots the ball 12 times. He has 14 and 12. Of course, Ginobili off the bench with 11 points, and Boris Diaw with 11. Keywan Leonard only 16 points as well. They just didn't have to play. Blowout City, baby. Blowout City. And the Spurs rolled. They're up 2-0 now. And you just hope, with the way that the NBA gets the schedule rolling, they'll take off tonight, Thursday night. They'll take off Friday night. They'll take off Saturday night. And by the time they get back ready for Game 3, we'll be all the way till Sunday. 3 days off for them to travel from Oklahoma, from San Antonio to Oklahoma City. I'm going to tell you, I think we could literally get on a bike and not even need the good stuff that Floyd Landis and Lance Armstrong were getting to drive our bike from San Antonio to Oklahoma City. I think we could drive our bicycle, two-wheeler, with no training wheels, all the way to Oklahoma City from San Antonio before they play Game 3. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there because that's the way I see it. So they get 3 days off. Indiana and Miami will take 3 days off before they play Game 3 tomorrow, or Saturday night, 7:30 there. Of course, we'll talk about those games on our podcast tomorrow, and that'll be on ESPN. And then, of course, on Sunday night, we'll finally get back into action with Game 3 of the Western Conference Final, and that'll be at 7:30, and TNT will have the coverage. Oklahoma City is a 2-point favorite in that one. And on Saturday night, the Miami Heat are a 7-point favorite in that one. We shall see how that goes, but you get a little time off here before you get back into the Western Conference and Eastern Conference championship games. You got some lawsuits going on in the NFL. We always talk NFL, brought to you by Bud Light, and I'll get into those. Now, remember, the Gary Ivins Show every morning, 5 to 7 on KSFA 860 and KSFA860.com. And while I'm all in on the concussion lawsuits, the new one, not so much. So please tune in Friday morning at 7 o'clock. The NFL players that are trying to sue the NFL said they made them take painkillers, made them take drugs, Doradol, and all this stuff where they will be able to play. I'm not in on that. You know what you're taking when it comes to pain pills, and you know there's a chance you could get addicted to it. Would I have done it? Yeah, probably. At the time, you got to play. 2 reasons. That's how they get paid. That's their masculinity, and, of course, that's their team. And if your teammates ever feel like you don't have your back and you're not doing 100% to get on the court or the field or whatever it is, then that sets you up in a bad, bad way. But I understand, but they got to come out here and realize, they got to realize that they took this stuff. Was it forced on them? No. Were they given the exact side effects that could happen? I doubt it. But that's beside the point. Tomorrow, a little after 5 in the morning, we will go over exactly what the lawsuit says and exactly what some of these players are trying to come back with. I just don't see it having enough legs to stand on here, in my opinion. So either way, tune us in the morning at KSFA 860, and of course KSFA right here on KSFA860.com, and we will break all of that good stuff down for you, I promise. Also breaking it down for you Friday morning, we will get into the high school playoffs, because for the most part, they're getting underway tonight. And here on Thursday night, I am just about ready to head up to Kilgore, Driller Park, Douglas Indians. Let's go, Douglas, trying to get to the Round Rock and win a state championship. They're the number one team in the state. They're 27-1. They're taking on Harleton Thursday night up at Driller Park in Kilgore. I'll have the call for you starting, again, a little after 6 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a big one. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying we got to get up there. If you don't have anything to do to Thursday night, tonight, get up there to Kilgore. Let's get it done. We don't need it. As they say, we got to have it. All I know is it's time for me to bust up out of here. I hate to do it. I'd rather stay here, talk to you all day about some sports, get it rolling, you know what I'm saying? But I can't. And the reason being is it is time to get to Kilgore. So I hope you make it with me. That's all I'm saying. Break it down. You guys have a safe trip following whichever team it is you're following tonight. Safe trips, safe travels. Root on your team. We'll all convene at 5 a.m. Friday morning to recap it all for you. Thanks for being here with us today. It's been the Big Nasty Podcast on a Thursday. We're brought to you by Whataburger, home of that double meat, double cheese, down by Whataburger today, all over East Texas. Thanks for tuning in. It's been the podcast here, KSFA860.com.
From Texas, me, I'm out that Bed-Stuy, home of that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard, and I brought my boys with